Podróżni bywają.
Is it live already? I have no idea. I can see some messages, so I think it's live. Please tell me if you can hear me. Oh, привет. Hi. Alright, I have no idea how to do that properly. I never tried live streaming before. Yeah, we can see you. Great. Can you hear me? That's a really good question. Yes, we can hear you. That's awesome. Alright, so let me expand that. Alright, so hello. Welcome to the first live stream on my channel. As I said, I never tried live streaming before. I have no idea how good this thing will be. I'm already really sorry for my English. I know it's far from being perfect, but I hope it will be a fun new thing for you and for me, because recently I really don't have that much time to work on new projects, to create new videos, and mainly because of university I have some other stuff to do, but I'm all the time working, I am all the time doing something, so yeah, I hope this will be fun. Let's see if yeah, we can hear you. Hello, привет everyone. Jak działa? Ja z Rosji, a ja z Polszy. I can't really speak Russian, I just can speak Russian a little bit. Hi from Italy, hi from Poland. Hello everyone. Hi from India, oh, that's far away. Hello. Alright, so what I want to do today, I have some new PCBs right here from JLC PCB. I want to unpack all of those boxes. I want to solder some stuff, and also I have something really cool. Right there I have the microscope for soldering, mainly for soldering. So I want to unbox this thing, I want to assemble that, and hopefully we'll be able to solder some stuff and use the microscope, because we are using the microscope at my science club at the university, and this is a really useful tool. It's great, you can clearly see what's going on the PCB. And yeah, I hope it will be fun to have it right here. Also, let's talk about IndieMill, because this is probably the most popular project. Here I have some more plates for IndieMill, and I'm selling them currently on my store, industry.cc, so if you want to buy some plates, you can. I have some more, and here I already have some boxes packed, still without an address. Tomorrow I'm shipping some new orders. So if you want to buy the plates for IndieMill, you can do that at industry.cc. Let's take another look at the chat. Cool hat, thank you very much, I really like that hat. Continue, hi from Brazil, hi from Bangladesh, cool. If you want to know how long this stream will take, I have no idea as for now. I can't tell you. Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, we'll see. Alright, so I talked about IndieMill, I talked about the plates, what we'll do today. Here I also have some parts for new project and some parts just to solder the PCBs. Let's see, oh, I know what I can show you right now. Let's move to the screen. Right now you should see the screen. Let's start with this one. I'm working on a video. It should be ready hopefully tomorrow. Maybe within like 2 days, definitely next week. This will be a video that I made in, let's say, cooperation with Arduino. I don't want to tell too much about it yet, but it will be a fun video. Simple project, not really a long video. I'm still editing this, but maybe tomorrow it will be ready, I hope. Maybe today I will finish editing, because it is taking a lot of time, especially because of like all the shots that I want to use here, and you know, working with music, working with the Blackmagic camera, because I'm currently like live streaming that with the Blackmagic camera, and this is like no other simple camera to use. Alright, but enough of that. Here is a really interesting thing. As you can see, I have a terrain there, and that's actually something that I figured out yesterday, because I saw someone that posted a post in Dremel CNC group on Facebook, and the post was about milling a terrain, a map with the Dremel CNC, and this is a really interesting thing, I think, And I immediately like started searching how to do something like this, and I found that there is actually a generator that you can just easily use to export the STL of map from any place you want in the world. And this is actually the Mount Everest, so the highest peak that you see right there, this is Mount Everest. So I exported this STL, I imported that in Fusion 360, and this is something that I will do maybe in January. I'm not going to be able to do this year, but as you can see, I have just two operations. It's very simple to make actually. You have the 3D adaptive clearing, and let me simulate that. As you can see, it will just layer by layer mill everything, but it will be very rough. Like you can see all these steps right there. And in order to make this really smoothly and make it look like a terrain, we have to use another operation called parallel milling. As you can see, here is how it looks like. This is the step size of that is 1 millimeter. Let's close that. And then when we go to the parallel milling, actually, let me simulate that now. We'll use a different bit. Instead of a flat end mill, we'll actually use a ball nose end mill. As you can see here. And this will make it super smooth, hopefully. And it shouldn't really be that hard to make. I will make it out of wood. But there is still some stuff that I have to figure out, some stuff that I have no idea how to make. I need to find a big enough piece of wood or glue some smaller pieces of wood together, and I will try to make it. Hopefully it will be fun. Alright, let's take another look at the chat. Hello from USA. Hello. Hi Nikodem. Hello Kemal. I hope I pronounce your name properly. Yeah, hello everyone. I'm really happy that this stream is working fine. If there is like, I don't know, if the microphone is like too low or if the camera is not that great, let me know. I will try to fix that. Alright, let me click right there. What do we have? Alright, so yeah, that's it for the Fusion 360 as for now. That's what I want to really do, but at the same time I want to make 4 new videos this month. So by the end of the year I want to upload 4 videos, and like only one of them is almost ready that I showed you, and I have to shoot 3 more. I want to shoot 3 more. So we'll see if I will be able to do that, and then probably the next video after those 4 videos will be about this, because it's cool. I really like the idea of that, and it should look really cool while milling. Is everything working fine with the stream? Yes, it is. That's great. What did you use to make the industry website? WordPress. Simple. And the most basic template that you can already find that is installed in the WordPress, because it is easy to use, and I really like that it's really clean. It's easy to get the shop working also. Congrats on the first live stream. Oh, hi Piotr. Nice to see you there. Cześć, cześć. Cześć is like hi in Polish. Alright. So I think we can move on to actually this thing. Should we start with the microscope or with PCBs? Dear chat, should I start with microscope or with PCBs? Let me know, please. Alright, so I can, as for now, close that, and let's jump here. Okay. I think there's a little bit of latency between the chat and like with the camera. Oh, we have the donation, the super chat. Thank you very much, Sam Hook. Merry Christmas from the UK. Thank you for all your amazing content. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you too. And yeah, I'm really happy that you enjoy the content and that you like what I'm doing. It's cool. It's really cool. Actually, speaking of Christmas, I know Christmas is like not the thing for a lot of people, and some people don't really like have Christmas, but let me show you something cool. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Check this out. That's something that I printed on a new printer that I'm currently testing and that the review of I will post soon. And this whole thing, the green, then the white, is 3D printed, and you can easily just plug it, and it's just a little Christmas tree. If you want the STL file for that, if you want to print that yourself, you can find that on my Thingiverse, of course for free. And actually, let me just show you. It's a little bit hard to take it out. Right here inside, I have just a bunch of LEDs. You can't see that. Now you should see that. I have just an LED strip inside. So yeah, if you want to make one of these, you can find that on my Thingiverse. Let's put it aside for now. The printer that I am currently testing, it's called the Snapmaker 2.0. It's a really cool printer because it's not only like printer, it's also a CNC machine and a laser. It's a cool thing, seriously. Alright, it feels kind of weird for me to talk to the camera, and I know that you are watching, but at the same time, you know, I'm alone in this room, and like, it's completely a new experience, but it's funny, it's really cool. Alright, so what do you think about Stepcraft CNC machines? I never tried that. I have no idea. I should first try that in order to form some kind of opinion. Alright, so we have PCB, Microscope, PCB. Are you a student? Yes, I am a student. Currently at the second year. Hi from France, hi from Poland. I bought a Raspberry Pi and I want to start with robotics. Some tips or projects for getting started? I actually bought a Raspberry Pi 0W, the smaller one with Wi-Fi, and I really want to start making some projects with this thing, and probably robotics too, because it's cool. But as for now, I don't have time. I played a little bit with Raspberry Pi 3B, I think, the bigger version, and it's really cool. It's really powerful, and there is a lot you have to learn in order to even start doing something, but you can program that in Python, and Python is a really cool language. So maybe I will do some robotics stuff with Raspberry Pi, because it's cool. What do you study? I'm studying what is the name? We call this macro, but actually it's like robotics, electronics, informatics, telecommunication, and something else. It's like multiple fields of study in one thing, and they teach that in English. So I actually, even though I study in Poland, I study in English, which is pretty cool. I really like that. How about the 1.5 kilowatt spindle update? Not ready yet. I'm working on that, but yeah, I don't really have time to like design the thing, machine it, and replace it. And the most important thing, in my opinion, is that a lot of people that want to build indie mill are looking for possibly the cheapest solutions, something that you can easily buy and you can easily use. And I think 500 watt spindle is powerful enough for a lot of people. And I want to show you that you can actually do a lot with 500 watt spindle, and then I will continue to upgrade it with 1.5 kilowatts, because this is a serious power and you can definitely do a lot more. But at the same time, I don't want to just skip the 500 watt spindle, jump to the 1.5 kilowatt spindle, and then people will be like, well, if I would only have such a powerful spindle, I could do so much. No, I want to show you that you can also do a lot with 500 watt spindle. I hope this is like kind of a good thinking. He's doing great for his live stream. Thank you very much. Thank you. There is a question in Polish. At which university I'm studying? No, it's not private. It's actually Politechnika Śląska, Silesian University of Technology. Yeah, that's it. Technikum. That's answer in Polish for someone that asked in Polish. Make a video about DIY 3D printer. I'm actually thinking about it. I maybe even I can say that I started working on that. I have the nozzle for the printer. I have some other parts somewhere else, and I want to make my own 3D printer just to prove that it is actually not really worth it these days, because you can buy, for example, the Ender 3 for such a low price that I think it is not worth it to make printer yourself, but at the same time I want to design it on my own. I want to use the H bot configuration, so that's something different. The table will be in place, it will only move in the Z-axis there, like in the Z-axis, and the XY will be actually moved by the nozzle will be moved by two stepper motors in the X and Y, and actually the bed will only move up and down in the Z-axis. And I want to machine a lot of plywood on indie mill. I know plywood is not the best material, and like aluminum extrusion is probably a great choice, but I want to try. I really like the plywood construction, and this will be more like a design challenge than actually creating the best printer out there. Yeah. Can you write the name of the university, please? It's you can DM me on Instagram, I will tell you. Alright, we have another donation. Thank you very much. Hesham Starkey. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, I'm really sorry. Thank you for sharing your work. I especially appreciate when things don't work and you reason through better solution with grease. Yeah, I really like showing when something is actually not working as I thought, because showing only the stuff that is successful, only the projects that are successful, is not really like the good thing for people that are watching, because then you can be really unmotivated that, you know, everyone is around you so successful and then you are like not really that great at doing stuff. Everyone fails, and there are projects that are like complete failure for me. I even have like a lot of folders with a lot of videos that are almost finished, but the project end up not working as it should at all at the end, and then I don't really feel like the project that is complete failure should be posted on YouTube. Maybe it should, maybe I don't know. I don't really like posting unfinished projects. So for example, the Tesla Cybertruck, it was like I spent so much time on this video, and it was mostly just about painting this thing and like making it look nice. So it wasn't like the project that was sophisticated when it comes to electronics or mechanics. I wanted to keep it as simple, but I wanted to make the paint job nice, and I think that was a successful part of this project. There was a lot of failures on the way, and actually the final project, you know, it was okay. It wasn't great, definitely. Alright, I think enough of talking. Or if you have any questions, of course, ask. I will try to answer them. If you have any questions about IndieMill, also you can ask. Also, speaking of IndieMill, I will most likely not make any new video about IndieMill this year. So the updates that I added, the last video, was the last video this year about IndieMill, unfortunately. I'm working on a video about actually manufacturing all those plates that I talk about. If you weren't there, you can find the link in the description to those plates, and if you want to buy plates to build your own IndieMill, you can on my website, and that's also a great way to support my work, and I'm really thankful for that. So yeah, I think let's move on to actually that. So we'll start with PCBs. As I said, those PCBs were sent to me from JLC PCB. I really appreciate that they are, you know, helping me with projects and supporting my work that way. It's really cool. JLC PCB is generally a cool website, and if you want to order your own PCBs, you should definitely check out JLC PCB. Let me take a look at the stats of this stream. Oh, there is still tape. Alright, so I should have quite a lot of PCBs in here. Alright, so let's start with that. Let me open that firstly. So this PCB, let me focus on that. Yeah, it's a little bit dark in here, and I don't have any lights because everything is in the workshop. This is a PCB for a project that I am working on for also a lot of time. It's even right there on my to-do list. The Arduino based guitar tuner, FFT custom PCB. So what FFT is? Let's start with that. FFT is a fast Fourier transform. And it's basically about inversing like the input wave that is like totally crazy and getting the frequencies out of that. So that's what this project is about. It's about making a guitar tuner with like Arduino. I mean, it will be just an Atmega, but with Arduino bootloader, with a microphone, few LEDs. it should work. I already created a prototype on a breadboard, and I think it will be working. It will be a really cool project actually. So, alright, sorry, I was just taking a look at these stats. So this is the PCB for this project. It's really small, as you can see, and this is like really packed because you have the battery holder right there in the back. I actually ordered some parts from Mouser in order to get this thing working, in order to buy all of the components. There are 2 switches, I think. There's the microphone, the amplifier for the microphone. I think it should be a cool project. Of course, if it will work. Yeah, because like the whole FFT thing, it's crazy when you like understand how it works. But it's actually really fun to use, and it's actually really simple thanks to Arduino and thanks to libraries. So this video should be posted, I hope, this year. It should. Alright, let's move on. Where is my knife? Here's my knife. Alright. Something in Chinese. I have no idea what's that. So this is actually just a test PCB. I mean, maybe I will even solder that today. Let me focus again. This is just like an adapter, let's say. Can I focus that even more? Yes, I can. This is like an adapter for the motor driver that I bought from Mouser. And the cool thing about this motor driver is that it actually has built-in current sensing. So you have the feedback pin that is outputting different value depending on how much current the motor is consuming. So that's great, and that's why I have this breakout board. I have few capacitors on the other side, and this is just a very simple little thing that I want to prototype and maybe even create in the future my own Arduino version with the driver already built in and with some other stuff, so that the building new robots will be simplified a lot. Oh no, as you can see, I have a bunch of these, so maybe I will, I don't know, send it to Patreons, or maybe I will just put them on Tindy or on my website for sale. Do we have any new questions? We have questions in some other languages than English or Polish, and I can't understand those, unfortunately. So maybe we'll solder this PCB even today, why not? Alright, that is interesting PCB. I designed that in like, I don't know, few hours. Right before placing the order, I thought about such a PCB. And how does it look like? Oh my god, those components are so tiny. This is actually a, let's say, soldering test PCB. You have all the possible cases for resistors, for capacitors, and some transistors right there. And this is something that I just want to solder, you know, just to practice and just to see if I will be able to solder, especially those components. You don't even see the pads that are below the C1. There are actually pads for a capacitor. We'll see that on the microscope, hopefully. It was a simple and quick PCB design, but I'm really happy with that. Also, it will be interesting to create such a kit so that people can like buy and try solder all of those small resistors and capacitors. Maybe we'll try that today too, why not? Alright, so here is the IndyShield version 2 prototype. I have to solder that, I have to put that on IndyMill, and then I will place an order for more IndyShields. Alright, let's focus again. The version 2, as you can see. And I added, someone complained that there are no labels for X, Y, and Z, so I added those for the motors. Also, there is one pin changed, and I think that's it. Everything else is pretty much the same. So there is like no way that it is not going to work, but at the same time, I prefer to prototype everything before like making any huge mistakes. So I will solder that today, probably. And the last PCBs, those are actually for my university science club. It's a cool stuff, but I'm not sure if I should talk about that right here. So let's put that as for now on this side. And alright, here is something really cool. This is something I never tried out before. those are these stencils for actually soldering PCBs. So if you have a soldering paste, if you have a lot of SMD components, you can just grab one of those stencils. This is like a thin piece of steel, I will show you in a minute, and you can apply the soldering paste on all the parts at once perfectly without, it's just quicker, it's easier, it's more precise. So I think I ran out of soldering paste, so I may be not able to try out today this thing, but this is a cool thing, and that's how like professionally PCBs are usually soldered. So let's open that. Do you see all those tiny holes? This is actually for, wait, is it the stencil already, or the stencil is hidden under that? I have no idea. Oh no, the stencil is on the other side actually, and this is just like the protective thing for that. Alright, so here is the stencil for the motor adapter that I showed you. Oh, let me focus again. You can see those really tiny, shit, I can't focus. Oh, you can see all of those really tiny holes, and this is actually the stencil, so you just unstick it from this protective thing and you can start soldering. That's cool. Alright, so that's something I will try probably another time. And as you can see, I have some more of these for different PCBs. This is for the guitar tuner and for the other PCBs. Alright, but let's put them on the side. And I think it's time for the microscope, but let's take a look at the chat. Can the indie mill plates be 3D printed? I don't think so. I never tried that, so I don't want to say like no, like immediately. At the same time, you may try. It will probably break soon, and definitely like precise machining and machining aluminum metals is something you wouldn't be able to do. Even wood precisely, I don't think so. It may easily break, but at the same time, why not to try? Especially there might be a problem with the 500 watt spindle plate because it heats up a lot, and then there is the problem of heat because it will easily melt. So definitely, I mean ABS, I wanted to say that definitely print that with ABS, but ABS is actually a little bit flexible, so that may be a problem. It's not really flexible, but it's way more flexible than POA. So PETG maybe is a way to go, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work, like, I don't know, almost for sure. I bought an. Well, there is an error in Fusion 360, but that's okay. At what time you will buy a mini metal lathe, as you told us? Good question. I have no idea. I really wanted to buy it, but I don't really have that much space, and maybe I will be moving my wool workshop soon. So as for now, I don't really want to buy it. What else do we have it? Thanks for the CNC. No problem. You're welcome. Could I add Polish subtitles to my videos? That's a lot of work, and that's a lot of boring work because I would have just to sit in front of the computer, type all the subtitles at them. I don't think I want to do something like this. Is there anywhere where we can find the cut for the indie mill? As for now, not. Maybe I will share it, but I'm not sure about that soon. Oh, there is a question about the guitar tuner. No, it's not going to be like the automatic guitar tuner. That would be cool, but it will be just actually giving you feedback if you should tune up or down depending on the string. So no, it's not an automatic thing, not yet, but it will be cool. Also, I used a microphone, but from something that I already like learned about. You should use a piezoelectric, I think it's called, this small membrane, and it's easier, it's more precise to detect actually the frequencies with that than with microphone, because microphones are really limited usually. Do you ever think about doing a project with machine learning? I made my Arduino robot with neural networks. That was like a super simple thing, and generally Arduino is not the way to go when like working with neural networks. But yes, I am thinking about this. This is a lot of work and there is a lot of stuff to think about. Maybe at some point I will try to do this. Why not? Looks like your stencil is for a stencil machine. There was actually no way to buy smaller stencils. I have no idea why. They have only this size or even bigger stencils. But you can cut those, I think, easily. I have no idea. I want to order one of the indie breakout boards. I suppose you are talking about indie shoots. Unfortunately, I ran out of indie shoots and I bought quite a lot of them. I sold all of them and I'm really happy for that. But at the same time, I just showed you the prototype and I have to prototype that, I have to test it, then I will order more. It may take like, I don't know, few weeks, maybe a month. I will start to build a DIY Dremel CNC next month. That's cool, good luck. Enjoy your building process. I used Jetson Nano. Yeah, I know Jetson Nano is perfect for machine learning. I don't have such a thing, but I think Raspberry Pi will do just fine, at least for smaller, simple projects. Oh yeah, you wrote that it's basically Raspberry Pi for machine learning. Alright, do we have another questions? Not as for now. Are you an EEE engineer? What is EEE? I don't know. Electronics something engineer? No, I'm actually studying something more. That includes electronics actually. Alright, so the microscope itself, let's talk about it. This is like the general thing. I think the company, the Andonstar, I have no idea what's the name of this company, is manufacturing mainly the microscope for soldering, and this is the version with bigger display, and you can like tilt the display, which I'm not really sure if that's very useful. You have lamps right there, you can connect the HDMI output, so you can connect it to bigger screen, you can connect it to the TV, or you can connect it to the capture card, which I maybe will try to do on this live stream. But first we have to assemble that. So, very funny thing is that you actually have a remote for this microscope, which is, I mean, kind of useless. I don't really get it. Why do you need a remote and you can control the light and some menus and stuff like this? I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, not really that useful. Let's put the indie shield also on the side. So it's like mainly already assembled, but there is some stuff we have to still assemble. But it shouldn't be really hard. I was actually waiting to finish some stuff at the university to have a little bit of spare time to unbox this microscope on the live stream. So I got it like probably 2 weeks ago. But I wanted to try it on live stream and show you, so finally here we are. Let's open all that. Also, if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff of my projects that I'm not really posting that often, you can check out my Instagram. I put a link to the Instagram, I think, in the description. You can also find me, just Nikodem Bartnik on Instagram. And you can see some more things of what I'm doing. I also have the account on Instagram for industry, That's I think industry.cc on Instagram. You can follow also this Instagram account. I will just share more stuff with IndieMill and with new cool industry connected projects, let's say. Alright, so this is the screen together with the whole microscope actually. This should connect to the base, I think. I need screws. Here are the screws. Alright, please tell me, what do you think about the live stream? Like, is it okay? Is it bad? What can I improve? Please be like critical. Tell me if something is really wrong. And does it even make sense to like continue doing live streams? Because as I said, it's way easier content for me to create, because I don't have to like sit for 8, sometimes even more hours in front of the computer to edit a video. It's really a lot of work to make that good, especially that I'm usually not able to accept a good enough video. It has to be like almost perfect. So I thought live streaming may be a way to go, especially that I'm spending a lot of time in Fusion 360 on designing, sometimes drawing, prototyping, like even thinking and testing different ideas. And I think live stream is like good way to test that. I really like the camera angle. Thank you. This is like the only way probably to set up the camera in this small room that I have, but I also kind of like it. Hi, do you have a spindle recommendation for high-speed steel? I have no idea how to machine steel. Like I am not a machinist. I have no really a lot of experience with CNC machines. Everything I know, I basically just tried myself, and that's how I learn. A second camera, yeah, a second camera would be great to show what I'm doing actually right now. If you want, I can move the camera. I have also the webcam that is right here. Let me show you that. Here's the webcam. Oh yeah, this is even like more terrible. Yeah, this is a terrible angle. Let's not use that. And the camera is actually a terrible quality. Let me actually move this camera. I think I should be able to do this just a bit. Will I be able? Oh shit. Sorry for terrible angle for a second. I'm just trying not to break any cable. Alright, managed to do that. So here you can see the OBS, that's what I'm using for the live stream. Why do you have a hat with a propeller on it? Why not? I mean, I like this hat, and I don't have to really care about my hair while wearing this hat. Don't use PLA for a CNC. Yeah, that's not really a great idea to print it. I mean, it works. I printed the Dremel CNC, the first version and the second version with PLA. It was working fine, really fine. Any other questions? Hi Nikodem. Hi Jim. Nice to see you there. Alright, so this is the, I hope this is a better angle. Sorry for wheels from my chair. I think something is stuck in here or whatever. Alright, I hope this is a better angle. Maybe PETG for a CNC. Yeah, I think that's a better choice. Sometimes the remote helps if you don't want to bump the microscope when taking a photo. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Never thought about that. I like these live streams. Thanks a lot. Yeah, control box would be great. I was thinking about buying the ATA Mini, I think, from the Blackmagic. But yeah, as for now, this is the first live stream, so I wanted to keep it simple and not spend too much money on stuff that maybe I'm not going to use. Let's move up. build your own control panel. I have maybe, I mean, that should be possible to implement in the OBS probably somehow. Good angle, thank you. Will you be saving and reposting the live stream later? Good idea. I don't think so. I want to just like do the live stream and get rid of that. So either you are here watching this, or simply like it will be gone. That's the idea as for now. All right, what else do we have to assemble? There is also some kind of another remote that is where to connect that. That's a good idea. That's a good question, sorry. I have no idea when Indie Shield will be back in stock again, sorry. Maybe within a month, maybe some more time. I've just completed the assembly of the mechanical part of the Indie mill. Cool, send me pictures. I really love seeing pictures of you building the Dremel CNC or Indie mill. It's cool to see other people on the other side of the planet building your project. Really cool. You can send me on Instagram or just post it, like whatever. Are you German because your English is excellent? No, I'm not German. I'm Polish, right next to Germany. But I don't think my English is perfect. A video about storing and organizing all the hardware would be great. Yeah, that's true. If you know any kind of video about storing and organizing, like send it to me, because I have a problem with that. Like, I'm trying to keep everything clean, but it is just not possible when you have so many things. Especially like the small electronic components, there is no good way to store that. Let me show you. Here is what I made some time ago, and I made a video about that. This is how I store the electronic components, small electronic components. As you can see, I have the case size right there, 0805, and right there I have 1206. But right now I'm probably will be moving all the parts to 0603, even smaller case, because it's really not that hard to solder, and it is actually just better to have smaller components on your PCB. So this is kind of working. You have all of those small things, you can take it out, everything is nicely labeled. But at the same time, if you have a lot of components with different cases and like, you know, motor drivers, microcontrollers, crystals, and all of that, it's not easy to keep everything nice and tidy. All right, but let's continue with the microscope, because I'm probably talking too much. This is connected here, this is connected here, and this should be connected probably somewhere else. I think it should be connected in here. Yes, that's for the light. Okay. I like it when live streams are available afterwards. Yeah, maybe, but I don't really want to like pollute, is it a good word, my channel with live streams everywhere. Also, I'm not going to make too much of the live streams. I mean, we'll see. Do you want to have the live stream public after that, or do you want me to just simply get rid of the live stream? Let me know. We'll see, maybe I will leave it live. What else do we have here? Is this a second channel, or have I been unsubbed from your channel again? No, I don't have a second channel. This is my only YouTube channel. There are like 2 protective foils, I think. One is with the text and the other one is like clean. That's cool. Let's leave clean on. And now Oh, alright, so we can already see something, but we are way too close. Let's move up. Here you can see the structure of the metal plate. How do you adjust the focus on this thing? Oh, I think I actually mounted it not as it should be mounted. So it should be mounted way lower. Okay, like so. And then here you adjust the focus. Alright, that is working nicely. So let's grab, I don't know, whatever. Let's grab a initial PCB. Here you have the light. And here you can just focus. Can you see that nicely? I hope so. And you can just, you know, take a look at your PCB. This is a really nice screen. Like the other microscope for soldering that I've used some time ago, it has a really tiny, really terrible screen, but this one is actually pretty nice. And if you want to get closer to your PCB, you can just easily lower that. And you can focus. Can we focus so closely or not? Yeah, I think it's not able to focus that close to the thing. Indie PCB in stock again. No, not yet. This is the prototype. This is the, as you can see, where is it? Wait, I have to figure out how to move. Oh, here you have. This is version 2, the V2 of the initial, the prototype. I will test that, and after that I will order more of those for sale. That's actually, here I have some kind of a PCB. It's actually a PCB from the LiDAR. Here is the LiDAR that I bought, and I'm trying to figure out how to use it with Arduino. And because the documentation is in Chinese, it's not really easy to do that, to figure out everything. At the same time, I'm trying, and I've connected that to the Arduino. I'm trying to figure out how it is communicating with the Arduino and how to read all of the data from this thing. But yeah, it would be cool to implement that in Arduino and create a robot that will, for example, go always into the path where it has the most space. That would be a cool project. I'm not sure if I will be able to figure out how to use it though. Alright. Oh, you can also tilt the screen, that's useful. So here you can just inspect if everything is soldered properly. For example, right here I can already see that there is a... Wait, where are we? As you can see, something is wrong here. Let me take tweezers. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right. It's on the other side. Is there a short? No, it's just a piece of something. As you can see right there. Yeah, with like naked eye you can't see that, but on the microscope everything is visible. 0 ohm resistor, I really like those. This PCB is like not really greatly soldered and there is a lot of mess on it. So cool to inspect PCBs like this. Let's take another look at the chat. Wouldn't it be easier to use LiDAR with the Raspberry Pi and Python? Yeah, maybe, probably, but I still have to figure out how to use it in order to use it with the Raspberry Pi. Can anybody hear him? You can't hear me. Please tell me that you can hear me. That would be terrible if you are not able to hear me. Is it encoder or what? What do you mean? It's a LiDAR, and this is a PCB for the LiDAR. He told us earlier that he can only answer questions written in English and Polish. I can try Russian too, but I'm not sure. Oh, we can hear you. That's great. That's great. Would you be able to ship Indie Shield to South Africa? I don't think so. Because of the coronavirus, everything is, like, not everything, but it is not possible to ship to a lot of countries. I have no idea why. They just closed shipping possibilities, like especially to Australia. I'm not able to ship anything to Australia. Sorry for that. Popróbuj na ruskim. Da, I'm terrible at reading Russian. Привет is like, I can say that. Alright, so Microscope is working, that's great. Let me show you the PCB that I told you about with all of those small components that I want to try to solder. Right here, let's take a look at the C1. Can you see that? Can I focus on that or no? Not really. Here is a place for a capacitor. It is so small, I think I'm not going to be able to solder that. But at the same time, I think I have some by a mistake, I bought those super small capacitors. Capacitors or resistors? Resistors. No, capacitors. Those are so tiny that you literally can't see them. Do you see that? Those small dots in here, those are capacitors. Those are capacitors that should be soldered right there. Let's put this under the microscope, maybe firstly with the tape. Oh, here you can see the capacitor. This is the hole in this strip. This is the capacitor. I was just calculating the price for the indie mill today, and it goes over 1,000 euros. You should be able to build that for less. I think between $700 and $900 is like it's possible to build it within this value. Alright, I think the capacitor is out. Let me try to position it. C1, where is it? Where is it? Sorry, but I have to kind of make it work for me. Here's C1. Oh, it sticks to my calipers. Yeah, but then you have to solder that, and like, I don't know, with hot air you will probably just blow it away. Should I try to like connect the capture card from this camera to the microscope, and we should be able hopefully to see on live the feed from the microscope? Do you want me to do that? But it may not work out, I don't know. That would be nice for future videos as well. That's true, of course. I will try that, especially that there was a cable actually in this microscope that I can use to connect that. What this thing is doing? Oh, you can modify the light. You can like increase or decrease the light. That's cool. Let's firstly, before I will connect that. Yes, please do. I will do that. Let's firstly take a look at what you can do right here. Mode. No file. Alright, you can change the aspect ratio and probably see the files on the SD card or whatever. Here is the zooming feature. Okay, that does nothing. And here you can probably take a screenshot, but I would have to put an SD card in here. Right. Let's try to connect that. I will try. Alright, so can I use like this live stream to ask you a question? What kind of videos do you like the most? Because I'm trying to figure out like what my audience actually likes watching, and I'm not really sure because there are some videos about CNC machines that are very popular. At the same time, there are a lot of videos about robots on my channel that are popular. So like, what do you want to see the most? Is it robots? Is it CNC videos? Is it something completely else? Let me know. I feel like the indie mill is much more on a prosumer style machine, like for small companies. Oh, nice to hear that, but I don't really think so. I mean, maybe if you would replace the Arduino with something better, more professional, with a 32-bit board, then maybe why not? But I think indie mill is like a great machine for hobbies too. It's not really super expensive compared to what you can buy, like ready machine. It's not really that terrible, but Dremel CNC is great. If you are just starting, you have a 3D printer, you want a cheap CNC machine, then definitely Dremel CNC is a cool machine. Alright, I will switch for a moment to this shitty webcam that I stick to my wardrobe, and I will try to connect the microscope. I hope it will work. So as for now, I will disconnect the big camera. I hope this is not going to destroy anything. This is the big camera that I'm using. Alright, I will disconnect it here and here. Alright, and hopefully I should be able to... Hey, is it working still or no? Oh no, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Oh, let me fix that, or at least try to fix that. Why is it working just for... Can you see that? It is working just for a second. And then you have these colorful strips. That's not good. I think there is something wrong with the HDMI cable. Alright, let's keep that as for now. Let me connect the big camera again. I hope everything will work fine. Probably the HDMI cable is a problem. Alright, I think we should be back. Reject, cancel. Alright, yeah, it's still working, that's cool. Briefly appeared, yeah, that's true. It was just for a brief moment. That's not really that great. But I think the view right there is not really that terrible. Let me focus on Where is the capacitor? I think I lost it. Oh, here it is. I'm not even going to try to solder this right now. Here we have proper focus. Oh, we have some answers to my question, that's great. Robots, CNC robots, projects. You can try designing a PCB. I actually tried designing a PCB live, but this live stream wasn't live, it was just like for me, and I shared it with my Patreons at Patreon. It was just to test if this is if it is actually any good idea. More projects, small projects, inventions, CNC. Makeup tutorials. I don't really like making full tutorials, like in depth, especially when it comes to software. A drone, yeah, a drone. That's a good idea, and I'm actually thinking about building the Arduino-based drone again. I did that in the past; it was working really badly. Right now, I think I should be able to do that better. Put the camera in front of the microscope screen, then it is really hard for me to like do anything, but let's try that. And let's try to, right, that should be better, and maybe a little bit less light. Yeah, that should be okay. Did you painted the CNC again? No, I used the parts, different parts. Wait, what is that? That is a cable. It shouldn't be there. I used parts that I ordered and that you can right now buy at industry.cc if you would like to. Maybe a bad connection. Yeah, probably the HDMI cable is not good. I will check that after the stream. Alright. What would you like to see now? I don't really want to solder this PCB. This very hard to solder PCB right now. I think I will solder the prototype of the Indie Shield that you can see in here. That should be very easy to solder. And maybe we'll try to solder under the microscope the PCB for next project for the guitar tuner, at least the microcontroller. But at the same time, because I can't really show you properly the view from the microscope, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. And I have only one capture card, so I can't do really a lot with that. Let's put the microscope aside. Here I have some connectors, the screw terminals. I have quite a lot of them, and I can just solder all of them in here. Alright, here I have the screw terminals. Here is the PCB. I think I will change the lens to do that also. This is a bit longer lens, so yeah, it will be totally bright for a second. Sorry for that. All right, and now we are at 25 millimeters. I need to find the gold pins also. I have it somewhere in here. Alright, so here I have the gold pins. Here I have the indie shield with screw terminals. Let me turn on the soldering iron. I will actually get rid of the microscope for a second. Do we have any new questions? How is the deal on that scope? Which scope? Oscilloscope? I wonder also if you would like to see some live streams from my workshop. As for now, at least as for now, it's not going to be possible because of where my workshop is located. But maybe in the future I will be able to somehow get an internet connection here, which is not going to be simple, but maybe I will figure that out. So maybe I will do that. Making an RC car would be interesting. I made the 3D printed Tesla Cybertruck, and this video like wasn't really that great when it comes to views. But also I don't care really that much about views. I just want to do what I like to do. Alright, I need to focus to break the gold pins at the proper place. Alright, so I will start with soldering those gold pins, and here is a small trick that maybe you are not aware about. I need to find a breadboard. If you are soldering any type of gold pins to like anything, you can just easily plug those to the breadboard. I can't see, wait a second. Sorry, but I'm still figuring out everything when it comes to live streaming. If I will do that again at some point, hopefully it will be better. Okay. So here you have a breadboard, and here you have a gold pin with the PCB, and you can just simply put this gold pin here in the breadboard, and then you can put your PCB. In some cases it's even easier to do, it depends on the PCB, and you can just add it like this, and then on the other side, to make it level, you can just put it like so. And then it's super easy to solder, like any gold pins. Alright, let's grab the soldering iron. If you have any questions about projects, new projects, if you have any ideas on what I could make a video about, let me know please in the chat. Also, if there are any of my Patreons, I just wanted to say huge thanks for supporting. I'm not really that active on Patreon, and that's mainly because I don't really have a lot of ideas for what to do on Patreon, but I seriously really appreciate your support, and maybe I will finally like think about something that I could do on Patreon that would be cool. I was also thinking about sharing the streams, like making the streams live on YouTube, but sharing the saved stream that you can later watch on Patreon. Maybe I will do that, maybe not. I have no idea at this point. Alright, the first gold pin is soldered. Congrats for your first live stream. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it is like not really as awkward as I think that it is. Seriously, it feels weird to talk to the camera and like do all of the stuff at once, and like being aware that it's already live while it's happening, so there is no editing. You can't fix stuff in post. That's something new for me. Again, sorry for my English. I know it's not perfect. I hope it's not really that bad. Let's put that a little bit more in frame. I'm just trying to read all of the messages on the super chat. I don't want to miss any interesting question, but at the same time I have to focus on soldering. Shit. It would be great to have a macro lens and show you like a close-up of soldering, but I don't have any macro lens. I actually currently have like 3 lenses, and one of them is super telephoto lens, so it's pretty useless because I broke the other lens that I had and it is not working anymore. It was very useful, but in the workshop my camera fell from the tripod and yeah, the lens is broken. Thankfully the camera is okay. And lenses are expensive. They are terribly expensive. If you are not into filmmaking or photography, you might not even know how expensive a good lens can be. I think I need a little bit of the temperature, more temperature here. Let's do 290 degrees. Hi from Turkey, hi from Argentina, hi from Poland. I'm from Poland, if you don't know. Your English is good. Thank you very much. Maybe an AliExpress lens. No, that's not a good idea. If you want to create high quality videos and if you want like a reliable lens with nice quality that is sharp and everything and that is fast, then definitely not an AliExpress lens. I need to clean that a bit. I have something like this for cleaning the soldering iron. It's a really cool thing. Alright. Okay, I think that's fine. It should be fine. Do you have smoke absorber? I used to have a smoke absorber here, like a small tube that was going like that here, and then there was a tube going to the soldering iron and that was catching all the smoke. Unfortunately, the system is like not really working after a few years. It's probably like dirty everywhere, so I'm not using it anymore. But yeah, like when I bought this soldering iron, it was working great. Okay, let's start with the first one. Yeah, there's like people from all over the world. That's great. Really happy to see all of you here. Can I have another question to you? Because I would like to know what is the best time in your opinion for a live stream. I just thought, well, today is a good day and this time is a good time, but actually it like depends on the time zone and where are you from. And because most of my viewers are actually from USA, from United States, is like a proper time for people from USA. I know it depends on where you live because States is a big country. But I don't know, should I make the live stream earlier or later? Let me know. If you are worried about soldering, because a lot of people are really worried that soldering is hard, it's seriously not hard. After a few boards you will get totally great at soldering. It's easy. It's really enjoyable too. Oh, we have a super chat donation. Thanks for awesome videos. Thanks a lot, Tabus van Gepol. I'm really sorry. I'm really terrible at pronouncing names. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for support. I really appreciate that. It's great. Those videos take usually a lot of time, and sometimes the parts are not really that inexpensive, not really that cheap to buy, and all of that. So yeah, any kind of support is great. Thanks a lot again. Time is okay for Europe. Yeah, I'm from Europe, so like most of the Europe has very similar time zone. I also should probably change the tip of my soldering iron. How do you say it? Is it a tip? Or does it have a different name? I don't know. I should probably change that because it's already quite old. I wasn't replacing that for a long time. Is it properly soldered? I think it is. Let's take a look at the chat. 7:07 in Poland. Yeah, same time at my place. Siema. 10 p.m. in Kazakhstan. Great. Where are you from? Poland. I'm from Poland. Ever used indie mill to make PCBs? That's an interesting topic. I would like to try. At the same time, I never found any kind of software that would be great for that. I know there are some extensions. Sorry, that's not in focus again. I know there are some extensions to Eagle that you can use, and that like probably work. But at the same time, I'm not really like happy with how those work. Those are not really that easy to use. Maybe I will try. Like, if you have any software recommendations, let me know. I would like to try milling PCBs, because it's not really a good idea if you want to like manufacture PCBs, if you need a lot of PCBs, but for prototypes, like CNC machining is great. Alright, so it is soldered, as you can see. How close can I get to the lens? That's how it looks like. What are you doing right now? You just joined. That's great. Nice to see you there. I'm soldering the prototype of the Indie Shield. This is the version 2 of the Indie Shield. And I'm just soldering the things for that. I need to test this prototype and then I will order some more. We also have been unboxing the Microscope and PCBs, stuff like this, just talking about projects. Let's... Oh, looks like this time is like okay for most of the world. Egypt, South Africa. There is a question in a language that I cannot understand. I have no idea what language is that even. Why cannot I cannot connect those two things together? Alright. This is how you connect the screw terminals, if you don't know. They have a small slot, let me show you that. Do you see that? There is a small pin on this side. And there is a slot on the other side. And then you can just slide those together. And you can like join a lot of those right here, but I just need like the double for the motors. That's what I will solder. Is it different from version 1? Just a little bit. I added this, sorry, focus again. Here is the label for ZYX motors, because someone complained that there is no such a thing, and that's actually a good point, because it should be there. Also, I changed one pin, so now it is possible to use the PWM for Spindle enable with new version of GRBL. Do you ever think to build tabletop automated plastic injection machine? That's that's a good idea, and that's something I already thought about. After making this series of videos about DIY injection molding, obviously I thought it would be cool to make my own. Let me actually bring the camera back again, and let's go, sorry for that, and let's go back to the wide angle lens. But where is it? It's right here. Okay, yeah, it is working. That's cool. Alright, the injection molding machine, the DIY injection molding machine. That's something I have been thinking about. That's something I would like to make, but it's a complicated topic. So it will take me a while to figure out how to do this properly. But yes, obviously I would love to make a DIY injection molding machine, like fully automated, and IndieMill will be very helpful for that. I will try, but it will take me a while. Maybe next year, maybe. It's also an expensive project when you think about it, especially the screw that you need in order to push the plastic through the hot tube. That's an expensive part, so either you have to use, for example, a wood drill. A lot of people use wood drill for that, but it's not perfect for a lot of reasons. Or you have to make it on your own. And make it on your own is not really that inexpensive too. You need some kind of sophisticated machines, and also the material itself is not really that inexpensive. But I will try someday, for sure. Another question in a language that I cannot understand. Is it possible to add a fourth servo connection on the Indie Shield? You mean stepper motor, probably. Unfortunately, the GRBL is not supporting the 4-axis, so even though you can add it to the indie shield, you can make like one for the Arduino Mega. It doesn't make sense because, well, the GRBL is not supporting that. But yeah, getting back to the injection molding machine, it's a cool idea. I love the idea of like having a small little machine that you can put on your desk, like literally on your desk, and just machine stuff. Also, I already designed, but I'm not happy with the design, so I will redesign this. How is it called? The plastic shredder machine, completely made out of steel plastic shredding machine that can simply shred plastic, and then it would be used for an automated injection molding machine, or firstly the hand-based manual working machine. You know what I'm talking about. That's something that I also want to do. Haha, that hat. I really like that hat. What else? Greetings from Poland. Thanks. It's like everyone from the subscriptions from my channel. I wonder if you like from the, I don't know, recommended from YouTube, from the main page or whatever, or you subscribe to my channel and you get notified that I am doing a live stream. Please let me know, that would be cool. Also, how you found out about my channel? Was it because of the CNC videos or maybe some kind of robotics videos? Alright, once I've soldered all of the motors connectors, now let's move on to the other side, I would say. CNC videos are a real addiction. Yeah, that's true. Some more videos on how well the indie mill handles aluminum. Yes, I want to make more videos on that, and I want to make a project with aluminum. I even already bought the plates. Unfortunately, I bought them from AliExpress, and this is not the type of aluminum that I wanted to use. It's 5000 something type, and I wanted to use obviously the 6061. I think it's the best aluminum for CNC milling. So I have a project in mind with indie mill and milling aluminum, and also I would like to make a separate video just about milling aluminum and show you like what feed rates and how to set up everything to make it working properly. Arduino, I'm sub and was notified. Great to hear that notification works, because sorry, there is no S at the end. Great to hear that notification work, because I heard that sometimes those are not working really that great. Computer vision projects. Oh, that's probably the computer vision. What was the title of this video? I don't even remember. The one with the Python and following the red ball. Yeah, that was a cool video. I really like this robot. Animal milling still with indie mill. Well, I can try. It's probably not going to work, but I can try. From what I heard, steel is very, very hard to mill, even with like professional machines. Cześć, cześć. Oh, someone said that is interested in programming. That's cool because I just finished programming a simple game, C++ SFMO, if that's something you know about, for my university, and I thought that maybe I will make like a 5 minutes, seriously, a very short video about making this game and how I made it, what I used. I can share the whole code on GitHub because why not? Is it something that you are interested in? Do you want to see a short video about an SFMO game? Let me know. Oh, you are using the SFMO tool. Great. It's not really that hard to use. I actually kind of enjoyed making the game, even though I really don't like games. I don't like playing games. Making games is okay. Any more questions? Great Cap, thank you. Nice content on your channel. I'm really happy that you like my content. That's great. Greetings from Germany, was it? Yes. Greetings from Poland. Right next to Germany. Let's solder a few more screw terminals and that will be ready. Try milling carbon fiber sheets in water bath. Oh, it's good that you point that out because carbon fiber is really dangerous to mill. So if you want to try it, definitely firstly read about every precautions that you have to take before milling. It's dangerous for your health. Maybe if I will be able to buy inexpensive sheets of carbon fiber because it's kind of expensive. And like a drone frame, something like this, that would be cool to make it on, for example, indie mill. Can I put like multiple on that one? No, yes I can. Another question that I cannot understand. Sorry guys, I only English, Polish. I can answer the questions. I also it would be great to have more resources about it. Do you plan to make video about it? Maybe, but at the same time, I'm really not an expert when it comes to programming. Maybe I'm really bad at it even. But at the same time, I can show like my code and share with you what I learned while making the game. Maybe it will be a cool video, just to inspire others and show what I've made. But yeah, keep in mind it's not going to be like a tutorial or whatever, because I'm not good enough at this. Which soldering iron do you use? Yeah, I'm using like 992DA+. I think this is the name of the soldering iron. It's probably like 7 years old, but it's working fine. Actually, it's not really that important what kind of soldering iron you have. It's about how well you can use the soldering iron that you have. I have, for example, a $20 soldering iron at my workshop, and that's what I'm using at the workshop to solder. It is working great. It's not about having an expensive soldering iron, it's about using the inexpensive one a lot. I would say it like so. Maybe we could do a large collab as a community. That would be great. I was actually thinking about live streaming, like designing in Fusion, let's say, in Fusion 360, and just, getting feedback right away from the chat and just designing together with people that way. It could be fun, I think. Be careful not to burn your fingers. Okay, I will try. Okay, 4 more screw terminals to go. I actually have 4 more only. If it smells like chicken, you're holding it wrong. That's yeah, that's funny. That's true. Hi from India. Hi, watching live. That's great. Do you have Discord or even planning about having one? I have Discord for my Patreons, but I will be honest, not a lot of happening here, unfortunately. Maybe it will be more active soon. I would like to share more about projects, but at the same time, you know, this university and all the things that I'm doing, I'm really busy, and usually I don't really have that much time. Even though I would really like to have more time and share more about projects. What is in your hat? I mean, on my head? A cool cap. Alright, let's keep soldering. Also, there is one question that I want to ask before I forgot. Would you like to see those live stream on YouTube, like right now? Or would you prefer Twitch? Because I was thinking about setting up a Twitch account and doing those live streams right there. But actually, maybe YouTube is better. I don't know. Let me know, Twitch or YouTube. What do you prefer? Alright, few more things to solder. Actually, just one more thing to solder. YouTube, definitely. YouTube. Twitch. So there is a lot of YouTubes and just one Twitch. What kind of flux am I using? I'm using just a soldering wire. Is it called like this in English? I hope. Where did you learn English? At school, mostly. School and YouTube, I would say. That's where I learn English. So I see that everyone would like to see the live streams on YouTube. I think I'm not a good person to assist you on deciding where to study. I prefer to focus on my videos and what I'm doing than actually on studying, which is probably not the best advice that you can give to someone. Okay, here is the PCB. Let's focus on that. Can I extend this lamp? Not really. Live PCB design. Yeah, that will happen probably someday. I'm studying daily, every day. But right now everything is remote, so I'm studying online, let's say. Yeah, so that's the PCB. Let's take a look at the connections. Is it okay? I think so. These gold pins are a little bit off. I will later fix that with hot air. But except that, everything looks fine, I think. That's cool. Alright, so what to do now? put that back. Any more questions? Look awesome, thank you. Alright, so I think the next live stream, if it will happen on the YouTube, because most of you prefer that. That's also kind of easier for me to set up, and I don't have to create another account and, like, you know, I was expecting an answer in our language. Sorry, but you know, like, everyone understands only English, so let's keep it English only. Okay, let's solder right now the motor driver, and I think that will be the last thing for today. Here is this thing, and where is the motor driver? Operational amplifier, microcontroller, that's not this one, not this one, not this one. Here is the motor driver, I think. Motor driver from, I bought it at Mauser. It was kind of expensive. And here is the PCB, pretty small PCB. Let's open that. And let's actually again change the lens so that you will see everything better. Sorry that I have to change those lenses and that I don't have multiple cameras, but well, first live stream, I'm still learning how to use everything. Sorry for that. Do you have a PO box? No, I don't have a PO box. Post office, I guess, is the acronym. Maybe I will make one. I wanted to make one some time ago, but I kind of like gave up on the idea. Privyet is Rossi. Privyet is Polsche. I guess that's how you say in Russia. In Russian. Alright, this is the stepper motor driver. Sorry, the motor driver, DC motor driver, not stepper motor. Let me just take a look at the stream. Alright, so now we'll grab the microscope that I just assembled before. You can go back and see it on the live stream if you want. Here is the microscope. Here is the screen. So I guess you prefer to see the screen than like what I'm doing. You will also see that on the screen itself. Let's go up a bit. Let's try to focus. Alright, here's what I want to solder. This driver that you see right there. Is this angle fine or is not? Let me know. I really like white PCBs. I mean, black and white PCBs are the best. Those look cool and really clean. Do we have any greetings from Denmark? Hello, greetings from Poland. Enjoyed your smaller projects like your air quality build too. Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed making the air quality monitor, but video got really not all the views. But as I said previously, I don't really care that much. I just enjoyed making those videos and I will make them. That's it. Alright. It is blurred. It shouldn't be blurred right now. I focused that. I hope it is okay. Let me know. How old are you? I'm 21. Perfect. Blurred. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's okay. So now you either want to use, like when you solder stuff like this, you either want to use a soldering paste, but I ran out of soldering paste, I don't have any more. I will try to do this that way. I already did that before and it was working kind of fine. But now I have to like, alright, that's hard because I have to see it on the microscope that is really pointed to the camera, not to me. So now I just would like to, oh yeah, that's perfect. Just a little bit of solder on each pad. Just like this. I will in a minute fix all of those shorts. For now it's just about adding a little bit of solder. But yeah, doing that with microscope even the first time is already, it's amazing how easy it is. You can precisely look at everything, but at the same time, as you can see, my hands are shaking a lot and it's not easy to do that. But I'm trying my best. Sorry for all the mistakes. And I will add, this is the thermal pad, this thing in here. I will just add a bit of soldering paste in, sorry, the solder, just a bit, right here. Come on, solder. The problem with thermal pad is that it is always hard to solder because it takes a lot of time to heat up everything right now here. Studying engineering, kind of, but also not really. Why I can't put any solder in here? Come on. Let me clean it. Add more flags. Yeah, maybe, but let's try firstly again. Instead of sticking to the thermal pad, it is sticking to. Alright, let's add something if I have it. Any more questions? What makes the best soldering iron 4 times? I don't know. Use anything you have. I have a little bit of something like this, and let's try to add a bit of that. If I only will be able to open that. Yes, I am. That's great. Maybe the temperature is low. It's 300 degrees. It's not low, but let's like 340. solder. Oh no, that's too much, that's too much. I should add some kind of vase to this microscope so that the PCB stays in place while soldering. That would be cool. Shit, that's not good. And that looks terrible. I'm sorry. Do you use any squaring with end stop on your CNC? No, I don't. I think there is no way to do something like this in GRBL. How does it look like right now? A bit better, but still not perfect. Let's get rid of all of those shorts. 400 Celsius? No, that's too much, I think. There is still a little bit too much solder, as you can see at the ends here. It's a bit of something. I think it should be okay. It still looks terrible. Really sorry, but that's the first time I'm soldering under a microscope, and it's not really that easy. Why can't you use solder paste? Because I ran out of solder paste. I don't have any more. I need to buy more solder paste. Let's try to use this thing. It is never working fine for me, but maybe this time it will. And alright, let's add a little bit more temperature, 360 degrees. Oh, that's a really nice view for this thing. Yeah, I can't even melt that. More temperature, 400 degrees. If you mean liquid flux, I don't have any. I have only this solid type of flux, I think, but it is not helping a lot. Come on, melt. Yeah, this thing you don't want to melt. Alright, you know what? Let's actually grab one of the motor drivers and let's try to solder it. We'll see what will happen. Oh, also, another thing that I forgot to mention, my friends showed me how to design your own Eagle libraries, and this is the first time I actually designed my own components for Eagle. So let's actually test if it is okay. It should be, hopefully. Here's the driver. Yeah, don't apply much solder on ground thermal panel. I know about that. I think I will just try. I have some more drivers and more PCBs, so I can try multiple times if something goes wrong. How does it look like? It looks like it is perfect. I mean the PCB design at least. That's cool. Let me show you the thermal pad if I will be able to get it under here. Here's the thermal pad. Yeah, that looks nice. So funny to look at those electronic components so close. It's cool, really cool. Did you consider to use KiCad? Yes, I have been using KiCad for some time, for I don't know, 5 maybe 6 PCBs, and it was working fine, totally. But I decided to switch to Eagle, and now I'm thinking about switching to Altium. Maybe, we'll see. Eagle is a bit faster for me. I spent more time in Eagle previously, so it's a little bit faster for me to use. Maybe that's why I prefer Eagle over KiCad. But that's true, KiCad is a great piece of software. I know what I can use. I can use the... It will be hard, but it may work. Alright, I think that's enough for the thermal pad. Oh, that looks terrible. I will clean it quickly and I will be right back. Alright, how does it look like right now? It's still terribly dirty. It looks bad, really. Oh, someone integrated the project of DC motor position control system. I guess that's about the encoder, using the encoder motors with Arduinos. That's cool. I'm really happy that you enjoyed the video and use it for your project. I hope it works fine. Alright, so that looks terrible. I'm not sure if I should continue or end the stream right now and like do it off camera, because it's not easy where you have like camera in front of you and then there is the microscope and you're trying to like do all the things it's not easy, definitely. Or maybe I will try. I will try to solder it with the hotter. Hotter is kind of easy and fast to do this. So let's move the microscope aside for a minute. Okay. To clean the top of the solder and apply some solder wire to the top. It will be fine. I am not Russian, I'm Polish. Will this small tripod hold up this big camera? Well, it may be hard. Add plecionkę do roztopionej kalafonii i potem tym spróbuj to zebrać. I tried. It is not really working as it should. Alright, let's just try with hotter and let's hope that it will be fine. Here is my hotter gun. I need it to heat up, and sorry if it is loud because of the air. Alright, it's becoming hot. That's cool. So that's something I am not able to show under the microscope, unfortunately, so I hope this view will be okay. If you want, I can zoom it a bit in OBS. It will the quality will be not really that great, but at the same time it should be okay. What do you think about that? Is it better? Okay, I hope it is better. And now let's just grab the driver. Alright, so when you are soldering with hotter, you firstly should heat up the board itself without the piece that you want to solder, because we firstly want to melt all the soldering paste. Yeah, actually use 360 degrees for this thing, so it should be fine. Again, I can't really see a lot because of the camera, but I hope it will be okay. Let me adjust the lamp position. That should be better. Alright, so now I just need to move it a bit to see what's going on, and I will try to position it. I think it is not perfect, but let me take a look at this through the microscope. Come on. It is close, really, really close. maybe now. Let's see. Oh, it's so close. But there is, I'm afraid there is too much solder. I need to clean it a bit. Is it possible to clean it with yes, the pin 1 is labeled properly, and the integrated circuit is also in the proper place. No worries. I mean, it was because I took that off. Alright, let me again clean a little bit that. Grot Minifala. Unfortunately not. I have only this one. I need to buy more of them and replace this one because this one is old. But I heard that this one is very useful. I never tried it, but maybe one day. Oh, it's hot still. Let me take a look under the microscope. It looks kind of okay on one side, and there's still some work to do on the other. But this stream is taking long. Isn't it too long already? Like over 2 hours. I thought it will take only 1 hour, like the whole stream. Should I continue or should I stop here and just finish off camera? Because not gonna lie, it's easier to finish off camera. Okay, it should be fine now. Let's take another look under the microscope. Yeah, now there is less solder. Should be okay. I'm really sorry, but I will move the camera a little bit further so that I have more space to work. It's not a stepper driver breakout board, it's a DC motor driver breakout board. Okay. I hope I will finally be able to solder this thing. Maybe a little bit less of the air flowing. I have a magnifier right there, and I think it should be easier to look at it through this thing. Yeah, it looks okay, I guess. Let's there is still one short. Oh no. Alright, I got rid of the short, that's cool. But I can still make that a bit better. Let's try. It looks, I guess, fine. A little bit more focus. There is definitely something in here that I need to get rid of. It's not perfect, but you know, I'm learning. The new version 2 is available. No, it's not yet. It's just the prototype. Maybe I will have some more next month. I don't know. And right here, yeah, it's slightly off, I guess. Alright, so how about ending the stream now? Because I have to fix that, but at the same time I'm not sure if I will do that today or another day. So let me change the lens again. Alright, let's put the camera back in its place where it was a good angle. At least I heard that this is a good angle. Sorry for the mess, but you know, when you are working there is always a bit of mess in here. The holder should turn off soon. Okay, so I think that's it for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. If you still have any questions, you have like a minute or two to ask it. When will the next live stream happen? I don't know. When would you like the next live stream to happen? Next week? Next month? Next year? Maybe not at all. Maybe it wasn't really that great. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this thing. It was something completely new for me to do a live, and I hope it was fun. It was definitely fun for me. It's a new experience. I'm happy, really happy that I tried it. You know, the PCB is soldered. This thing is almost ready. I have a lot of PCBs to solder, and I have to clean up this mess right there. Alright, so I don't see, just wanted to say thank you for inspiring me by making indie mill. I'm currently designing my own based on your manual. Thank you. I'm really happy that you enjoyed it. It's cool. Good luck with your build, with your design. Share that definitely somewhere online with everyone. Alright, it was nice, thanks. Thank you for watching, thank you for being there. I hope it wasn't really that awkward as I think it was. So yeah, is that it? I think so. Alright, let's end it here because I will definitely share. Cool, great. So let's end the live stream now. I think I showed everything. Just, you know, check out my other videos, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And let me know if you have any idea for live streams. You can DM me on Instagram, you can write a comment on any video. I read them all usually. Yeah, and I will just focus right now on this PCB to get it working, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye everyone. But how do I end it now? That's the question.